Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to 2A News Now, and I really do appreciate you taking your time tuning into my video. A California town has suspended enforcement of their new sensitive places law after they were threatened with a lawsuit before the Bruin decision was handed down last June. Santa Clara County, California was the home of just a handful of concealed carry holders, in large part because longtime Sheriff Lori Smith just turned away most applicants, at least those not willing to be able to offer up bribes to the sheriff and her top deputies, since Smith resigned just ahead of a guilty verdict on corruption charges in a civil trial, and the Supreme Court struck down may issue permitting systems like the one in place in the county. Things haven't appreciably improved, with Second Amendment attorney Constas Moros reporting earlier this month that the new sheriff has approved almost 36 applications, while nearly 900 more remain in the pipeline, while only a handful of Santa Clara County residents have received their carry permits. That hasn't stopped one community in the county from trying to block concealed carry holders from exercising the right to bear arms in public. Earlier this year, the Los Gatos City Council approved a sweeping ordinance establishing a host of new gun-free zones that was set to take effect on September 1st. But thanks to Second Amendment advocates, those sensitive places are now on hold. A law firm representing the California Rifle and Pistol Association and the Second Amendment Foundation recently sent a letter to the town saying the concealed carry ordinance approved this summer infringes on the constitutional rights of gun owners. Specifically, the ordinance makes it so that firearms are prohibited to be carried, even by those with a permit, in town property, public transit, and places of worship. The letter reads, Town Attorney Gabriel Wellen said the council met in a closed-door session last week and voted to suspend enforcing the ordinance on those locations until anticipated litigation against the state is resolved. The town's ordinance is modeled on pending state legislation. The ordinance was set to go into effect September 1st, while the town is halting enforcement at places of worship, public transportation, and some town property. The ordinance will be enforced at schools. The town already took what Wallen called a conservative approach in defining sensitive places, naming only locations that have already been cited in existing case law to avoid litigation. A true conservative approach to the town's carry laws would mean rejecting the legislature's proposed prohibitions outright, not adopting them as the city's own. And if Whelan and the city council were really that confident that these sensitive places would withstand a court challenge, suspending enforcement is a funny way of showing it. The good news is that those few concealed carry holders in Santa Clara County can exercise their right to bear arms relatively unimpeded in Los Gatos, at least in the short term. But with lawmakers in Sacramento set to approve SB 2 and its own laundry list of sensitive places, gun owners across the state are soon going to be subject to the same infringements that Los Gatos officials tried to implement at the local level. It's expected that the first lawsuits challenging SB 2 to be filed almost as soon as Gavin Newsom signs the bill into law, and Santa Clara County officials may still end up getting sued over the lengthy delays and the cost of acquiring a carry permit as well, given that it currently costs more than $1,000 between training and mandatory psychological evaluation, and a buttload of administrative fees before residents can access their right to bear arms in public. Even with Sheriff Smith ousted in disgrace, gun owners of Santa Clara County have a long way to go before officials truly take their Second Amendment rights seriously. We can take it as a small win that the town suspended enforcement of the new sensitive places law, but it truly will be a fight between both sides, and we all hope in the end the Constitution and our Second Amendment rights win over these gun-hating pieces of crap. As always, I would really like to hear your thoughts about the story in the comment section down below. And I will continue to say in every video, I appreciate everybody's support with the channel and helping it grow by liking, sharing, and subscribing and hitting those post notifications. And I invite everybody back to see my next video.